I'm in Simon's Bath in Somerset on the hunt of the ghost of 7-year-old Anna Burgess. I've got about 7 kilometres of open countryside in front of me and I did not know what I was in for, so let's crack on and see what happens. I found a plane on Google Earth somewhere around here. I do have the GPS coordinates for it, but I can't see it. I should be able to see it by now and I can't. It should be somewhere around here. So I decided to have a look around this field just in case my GPS coordinates were wrong, but there was absolutely nothing in here. I went back to the exact GPS coordinates to see if I could find my plane. Well, I am at the actual GPS coordinates and there's nothing here. It's a bust. There is a very plane-shaped hole. Don't know if it was dug into the ground or not around here, but don't know what to say. No plane. I was looking forward to a plane. Right, on to the next one. Which way do I go? As you'll see, I was wrong quite a lot in this video, and one of the things I was wrong about was the plane being dug into the ground. So as I got my bearings and consulted my map, I headed off to find some local mine shafts. Okay, my path has been blocked. Let's do that. Well, my path has been blocked by barbed wire and a small stream. It turns into a big river down here, actually. Okay, I've just seen a road heading in that general direction, which is where I actually need to be going. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get on that road. Oh, it's just on the other side of this barbed wire, actually. So hopefully this will be a nice, easy, clean walk for the next kilometre or so. Well, I wish I could have just got a shot of me jumping over that barbed wire and down the near sheer face on the other side, covered in plants, so you can't see where you're putting your feet. I swear to God, nearly broke my ankle. But we're on the road, literally on the road. I did not fancy walking all the way over that for nearly a kilometre. Look at these views. Aren't they absolutely stunning? So I'm meant to be going in this kind of general direction, kind of this way, to get to the mine shaft, or the first mine shaft that I'm going to be looking for. I've just spotted this stone structure over on the hill, so I'm going to go check that out first. Now it turns out that this is actually a burial mound for Sir John William Fortescue, a prominent British military historian who was also the Royal Librarian at Windsor Castle from 1905 to 1920, and he was also the President of the Royal Historical Society from 1921 to 1925. Now Sir John's father, the 3rd Earl of Fortescue, and their family bought 20,000 acres of the land in this area from Sir Frederick Knight. Now the mound itself is made from rock and cement and has no way in or out. I have no idea if there is a body in there or not, or if this is just a monument to a great and respected man. Now obviously you'll notice the fact that I am talking in the video, but I'm still having to do a voiceover for it. The reasons for that will become apparent shortly. But I'm off and I'm heading towards a mine located in the region called Mount Pleasant. Hopefully the area will live up to its name and not give me too much difficulty. Well, rather annoyingly, my microphone ran out around the last bit, so I guess I'll have to do a voiceover for that. But we're back on the moors. I think I'm about 300 metres. I think it might be over there. There's a hill that might be over there. But I just stopped for some water, changed the batteries on the mic, and we'll get going again. So I think that hill over there might be our mine. But according to the map, we should be going over that way somewhere. The copper and the iron mines around here were created by a man called John Knight on land that he had bought from the Crown for just over £50,000, which is about 5.6 million in today's money. But mining in the area can be traced back to the mid-1500s. That, coupled with the remote location, made it hard to get what little was left in the ground to be extracted from where it was to where it needed to be, making the mines quite unsuccessful, and they were shut down just 12 years later. His son, Colonel Frederick Knight, later sold off 20,000 acres of the estate to the 3rd Earl of Fortescue for an undisclosed sum. Okay. Lots of animal tracks. Whew. Wow, it's a big hole in the ground. Definitely a part of the old mine system around here, but it's 100% flooded. So I have, yeah, there's another one just over there, look. we have another pond. I'm guessing was a mine shaft that's now completely flooded. So I don't think anybody is getting anywhere near it again. It's just for the ducks now. I was wrong, that was the mine shaft I was looking for. So that's another complete bust. This expedition's turning out to be... no comment. As I headed out again, searching for what I believed to be a cave, I was looking forward to some more stunning terrain like this, but instead I was greeted by seemingly endless tufts of grass and puddles up to my ankles. Given how boggy this ground is, if there is a cave around here, it's most likely flooded. Okay, so the ground's getting far too boggy that way, so we're giving up on that one. But it's absolutely no better this way. I might be stuck. I am lucky I have decent boots on. Well, I've been cut off by another bog. That's actually a stream that runs all the way along here, all the way to that tree, I think. So I'm just going to have to go over it. This is all sturdy enough. Hey, that'll do. Completely the wrong way. I tried to do this as the crow flies, and the terrain was so bad that I've had to give up that particular trail. So now I'm following some deer down there. Don't know if you can see them. Wild deer. Anyway, so I'm following the animal tracks at the moment through terrain that is a little bit better into a valley just over here that I hope I haven't got to walk up the other side to find what I'm looking for. But seeing as I'm heading about 45 degrees away from where I should be, probably will. This is a lovely day for a stroll, I have to admit. I'm going to get a tan, probably. For the first time this year. We've had an obscene amount of rain this year in the UK, which is why it's all so boggy. Oh, this is getting treacherous again. So, yeah, nice to be out in the sunshine and the fresh air, even if it is really hard going. Alright, just going into the valley. Terrain's better here. Well, it will be until I get down there, as you can see. We've got some lovely ancient walls down there. Go and investigate those and see what's in the rest of this mound. Gonna have to find a way across this river. Can't see any bridges. I might be getting my feet wet. Well, I made it to the water's edge and there's no way across. I'm not taking my shoes and socks off. It's a bit too deep for that. So, guess I'll just walk around the river until I can find a way to cross. Shit. I do keep seeing potential places to cross, but it's like halfway there and then it's too deep, or it's too deep until it's halfway there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I was cut off by terrain that way, so I'm heading back the other way now. It's all very boggy still. Don't know what I'm going to find. I may be forced to take off my shoes and socks at this rate. There's no chance of going backwards on myself. I had to do it. I had to take my shoes and socks off in the end. Managed to break my microphones as well. Well, I'm sorry that I didn't get a shot of me crossing the river, but stupidly I didn't have a backup phone with me, so if I'd have slipped and dropped it in the river, that would have been less than ideal. I carried on to check out the walls, and to be honest, they were walls. They've obviously been here for a few hundred years, but I was more curious about what, if anything, was at the top of this mound. I found what looked like a desire path, or maybe it was just my desire for it to be a path, but either way, I was going to follow it up to the top. I'd been getting tired for a while, and this mound was so steep that my legs were burning, and I was finding it harder and harder to take each step. I just kept thinking that there must be something at the top and kept pushing on. This weather's changing quickly, it's not good. I've got fog rolling in behind me. I think I need to find a way off the moors now before I get stuck out here. I do not want to be out here in the fog, not being able to see where I'm going. Possibly rain, dark, horrible. Well, I made it to the top. And what a view it is. At the top I found nothing except the beautiful British countryside, but with the weather closing in on me I made the unfortunate decision to abandon the quest for Anna Burgess, so I decided to get a move on and find an alternative way out. I'm down off the mound, I'm just trying to find my way off the moor at the minute. Oh, I finally found a bridge. This is Wheel Eliza Cottage Ruins. Please do not climb on the wall. Now the Wheel Eliza mine is the exact reason I came over here, and I didn't think I was that close to it, but maybe I am. The Wheel Eliza mine is said to be haunted by the spirit of 7-year-old Anna Burgess. In 1858, Anna moved in with her father, William, following the death of her mother. William was a drunk who was being supported by Reverend Thornton, the first vicar of Exmoor, who was giving him the equivalent of £23 a week in today's money to help support Anna. During that summer, William and Anna were seen leaving their accommodations at the Gallen House Inn by the landlady. William told her that he was taking Anna to live with her grandmother in Porlock Weir. Now, reports are sparse about who found them, but Anna's burnt clothing were found in a pile of ashes behind their lodgings. Reverend Thornton investigated, heading over to Porlock Weir, only to find that Anna had never arrived. So he headed over to Curry Rival to alert the nearest policeman. Meanwhile, William had left by boat and headed to Swansea, where he was apprehended and sent back to Somerset. There was no sign of Anna, William wasn't talking, and after 2 months of searching, a witness came forward to say that they had seen William at the Wheel Eliza mine around the time of the disappearance. The mine had been closed for about a year and had flooded, so a magistrate ordered for the mine to be completely drained, which cost the equivalent of about £38,000 nowadays and took several months. Once the water had been drained, a burlap sack was found at the bottom containing the body of poor Anna Burgess. William was found guilty of murder, but later confessed his motive for killing her was so that he could spend the support money given to him on booze. He was hanged to death in Taunton in January 1859, and Anna was laid to rest in an unmarked grave in St Luke's churchyard in Simonsbath. I was hoping to get into the mine to see if I could meet with poor Anna, but it wasn't meant to be. I can only hope that she's not too lonely in there. I found the mine, I couldn't get in it. Unsurprising, really. Now I've got a very long uphill trek back to the car. Well, it's been a tough day out for my first video, and I haven't really found much, but it's been an adventure. See you in the next one.